Good morning, everyone. Today we have come to this beautiful but rather chilly Haputale railway station. Needless to say that we are about to start a rail hike from Haputale onwards to Diyatalawa and Villa. This is the way towards Upcountry Rail line going uphill. Idalgassinna, Ohiya, Pattipola, Abeywickrema and Nanuwe. We are going to walk downhill towards Badulla. So we are at an elevation of 1431.4 meters. In feet, it's approximately 4696. Then we'll talk about more during the journey. Stay tuned, people. Alright, people, we are on our way towards Diyatalawa on the railway line. But I want to show you this beautiful mountainous view. From further left, it's the Idalgassinna mountain range, including Thangamale Sanctuary. Then Udavediya Twin Peaks, Totupalakanda, Rahangala and Bodalanda, and Haggala, Kirigalpotta, including Sandathanna down below. What a beautiful day for a hike. Alright, now we are on our way towards Diyatalawa. We just showed you a beautiful panoramic view of the upcountry mountains. Haputale is located approximately 248 kilometers from Colombo Fort. If you consider from Maradana, it's 246 on the main line or Colombo Badulla Upcountry Railway line. It's at an elevation of 1431.4 meters or 4696 feet. It's a beautiful railway station. Naturally, most of the upcountry railway line stations are really beautiful. Travel partner today is Chamara, who has been with me on many rail hikes, especially in the dry zone. So this is the first time Chamara is accompanying me for a rail hike in the upcountry. Now, talking about the Haputale railway station, this was opened to the public on 19 June 1893. Long time ago. That is roughly 130 years ago. The railway line from Nanuwe to Haputale and Bandadala extended in 1894, approximately 128 years ago. So much history on the path that we are walking on. So the trains have been traveling in this section for 128 years. Quite significant. On our right is the A16 main road, which connects Haputale to Badulla via Bandadawala. There's also a connection to Diyatalawa, which is famous for its military academies and Foxhill racetrack. Now we are entering into a beautiful tea estate. We should be walking away from the main road in a little bit because there should be a tea factory not so far away. Right, let's talk more about it on our way, people. This is the beautiful Haputale estate, people, belonging to Agarapatana plantations, if I'm not mistaken. You can see the tea factory in the distance. Now we have trekked about 1.2 kilometers from the Haputale railway station. Surprisingly, even though I have traveled on A16 many a times, I've never seen this tea estate like this before. It's so gorgeous. Look at this. Beautiful indeed. Behind that you can see a forest patch. That is the Haputale forest or Haputale Arboretum. Just incredible. Alright, people, now you are looking towards the beautiful, one of my favorite traveling destinations, Idalgassinna. We can see Dunkanda, Idalgassinna through summit and the entire mountain range. Then the Udavediya gap, Udavediya peak 1 and part of Meeviyathanna also. Both are more than 2000 meters high. Idalgassinna through summit is approximately 1956 meters, whereas Dunkanda roughly 1800 meters. Idalgassinna railway station is at 1615 meters, if I remember correct. Alright, people, now we are actually expecting the Colombo bound Udrata Manike. A Apparently the night mail, Colombo Badulla night mail has already gone. Typically it gets late, sometimes as much as 5, 6, 7 hours, but today apparently she had gone somewhat earlier than that. And we are now expecting the Udrata Colombo bound anytime. So in the meantime, we just saw the beautiful Idalgasina mountain range. We are trying to go to a place where we can get a better view of the train and capture it if possible. Not if possible, I really want to capture this beautiful Chinese toothpaste mannequin, red, blue and white train resembling a toothpaste. Look at this farm, people, with a beautiful mountainous view all the way towards Piduruthalagala, Totupalakanda, Idalgasina. What a grand view. These people must be enjoying it despite the fact that life is so hard, especially they are suffering from lack of fertilizers and weedicides. Still, this view should be able to make up for it and soothe their minds and souls. Such a wonderful place. Alright, we just saw one of the most beautiful vegetable farming fields in the upcountry and with a magnificent view towards the central hills of Sri Lanka. Now the A16 road is somewhat far away from the railway line, that's why we can't hear any vehicles passing by. So now the railway line is pretty much belongs to us. There's nobody here, only the chirping of the birds and some crows, and there is not a soul. It's so beautiful, calm, tranquil, all of these things. This is exactly how I like it, exactly what the doctor ordered. Still, Colombo bound lady, this mysterious Chinese ladies, not here. Looks like she's gonna be a little late today, because ideally by this time she should have reached Haputale. For people traveling by train in Sri Lanka, delays are always common. The surprise would be if the train comes on time. On our left hand side, as I've been showing you, we can see the most of the upcountry hills, Horton Plains, Piduruthalagala and all these areas including Haggala. So many beautiful forest reserves. On our right is the Haputale Bandadala Badulla main road A16. So far we have traveled about 2 kilometers. The distance from Haputale to Diyatalawa is roughly 6 kilometers, not a lot. We are going to reach Diyatalawa first, end this journey and then resume it from there towards Bandadala, another 6 kilometers or so. In terms of tourist attractions in Haputale, in and around Haputale rather, you can go to the world famous Addition Bungalow. Joining that is the Thangamale Sanctuary that connects Haputale to Idalgasina, and then you can go to another world famous Lipton Seat, the Bethan Estate, St. Catherine's Estate, Naibad Mountain and Towers, Totalagala Viewpoint and Mini World's End, then Surangamuni Viewpoint, also known as Prabhava Mountain, Sherwood Rock, and Roehampton Mountain, and then Richmond Lake. There was so much to see and do in and around Haputale. If you need to find accommodation, once again there are so many options available, so it's just a matter of doing a bit of research, finding the best place. However, today our target is to reach from Haputale to Diyatalawa and then Bandadala. Our overnight stay gonna be at Haputale rest house. I actually wanted to stay at Bandadala rest house, but unfortunately they were fully booked. Thankfully we were lucky to find a room in Haputale rest house. So I'm looking forward to an enjoyable night at Haputale. This chilly, beautiful, all these things available in Haputale. Right. So this journey, I'm going to break it into two. The first section will be from Haputale to Diyatalawa, and the second section will bring you from Diyatalawa to Bandadala if we get lucky to complete it. Always there is this X factor, the unknown factor, which we don't know what will happen. Now people, this is a more beautiful section. Remember, I've never traveled on this section before, so this is a novel experience for me. Between Haputale and Diyatalawa, there is one tunnel, that is tunnel number 37, because tunnel 36 is between Hidalgasinna and Haputale, 35 to 22 between Hidalgasinna and Ohia, 21 to 18 between Ohia and Pattipolo, so on and so forth, right? So we are going downhill, so the number adds up. So 37 is very close to Diyatalawa railway station. There is also one railway bridge, from what I've gathered. Of course there could be a couple other small ones, but there is one prominent rail bridge that would be before the railway tunnel. Now I'm actually looking forward to see this Chinese lady, but she's nowhere to be seen. This is yet another panoramic view. Now we have most of Haputale, and the road towards Hadisham is also there, and then Thangamale Sanctuary. Remember, I walked through Thangamale Sanctuary twice. Those videos should be available if anyone want to check them out. And then we can also see the Hidalgasinna mountain range in the distance. Down below is this Haputale estate belonging to Agarapatana plantations. Okay people, you just saw the beautiful toothpaste mannequin. She's actually the Udrata mannequin, but I tend to call her toothpaste mannequin because of that pattern on her body. She went towards Haputale and beyond that to all the way to Colombo. There is another blue train that is also in Chinese origin, that we fondly call her blue train, blue worm, blue dragon, blue sapphire, Nilkatrolu mannequin, so many other names. In addition to that, we have in Sri Lanka the beloved and venerable Canadian M2s and Canadian M4s, then Japanese Hitachi M5 and German M6. Those are some of the most venerable engines. They have been running for so many years. They continue to do so because now Sri Lanka needs those trains more than ever due to the economic crisis we are facing. Getting a new train seems like very far away dream. Anyway, let's continue towards Diyatalawa then people. Now we are getting close to Roehampton Junction, also known as Rosehampton Junction. This term Roehampton is of course coming from a tea estate. There is also a Roehampton summit at the edge of Haputale Arboretum, which is also part of the Prabhava mountain range. And Sherwood Estate and Sherwood Rock is also part of that same area. The Roehampton Junction, that is very significant because that's the turn off from A16 towards Diyatalawa on Haputale Diyatalawa Road B396 that runs through this beautiful forest patch. Railway line will also go in parallel to that road through the same forest patch. So we should be there in about another 600 to 800 meters, because the way I checked we should enter into the forest around 3.7 kilometer mark. So we must have trekked close to 3 kilometers by now. And the Roehampton Junction, which is on the road, should be to our right, very nearby. Alright, now we are entering into a bit of beautiful lit patch. Chamata has apparently gone on rabbit hunting. Hunting in the sense taking pictures, of course. Now don't misunderstand. Not the hunter type people. Yeah, you can now see the forest in the distance, people. Predominantly turpentine and pinus, which is quite peculiar to upcountry in Sri Lanka. So railway line should enter into the forest very soon, and I believe that Roehampton Junction is to our 2 o'clock when you look from this direction, in the near vicinity. Right, let's continue then. This mountain range continued all the way with us, keeping us accompanied right throughout. Now this is the forest patch I was referring to. The railway line would go into it very soon. The Roehampton Junction, which I was referring to, connecting B396 to A16, is to our right. This is the railway line and the rest of the tea estate. Now this section of the railway line seems to be going through a bit of a marshy land. We can see waterlogged areas in and around the railway line. So when it's raining heavily, naturally the train will have to either curtail their operations or run really slow, resulting in more delays. Well, this is the nature of the upcountry. Earth slips, derailments, and all these things are not uncommon or unheard of. So you have to face all these things, have railway workers stand by for any such emergencies. It's just a matter of staying ready. But however, most of the time it's the poor maintenance of the track. You can see there is hardly any ballast in this section, mainly just the wooden sleepers with very little amount of ballast. So the track is so unstable, leading to derailments and many other issues. One of the reasons why train can't travel faster either. Most of them, their speed is curtailed around 15, 20, 25 kilometers. Between Colombo and Badulla, if I'm not mistaken, it's approximately 250 plus kilometers. So traveling time is gonna get increased so much when the train has to travel at about 15-20 kilometers an hour. That's one of the reasons why the train was not so popular, other than those who are coming to enjoy the scenery, because this is one of the greatest railway journeys, not only in Sri Lanka but also in the entire world. However, keeping this track in shape as well as introducing more scenic railway carriages with larger windows, similar to what they find in Europe, is also a good option to attract more tourists to travel by train and enjoy the beautiful panoramic vistas of upcountry railway line and the surrounding areas. It still has been a pipe dream, but don't know what will happen in the future. But because of the current economic crisis, I don't think any of those dreams will come through during our lifetime, unfortunately, people. Well, that's a sad story. Oh, we got a bunch of nice wildflowers growing on the left hand side of the track here, and you can see them. Okay, let me try and give you a close-up view. They look so pretty. These are the flowers I was referring to. Look, they are slowly waving in the wind. Just so incredible. Okay people, now we are officially in the forest patch that I was telling you about. This means we have trekked more than 3.7 kilometers from Haputale. The actual distance between Colombo Fort and Badulla is 292 kilometers, almost 300. So a train running at 15, 20, 25 kilometers an hour would take ages, forever, to reach Badulla. It's not very economical in terms of time, but nowadays, because of the insane price hike of the transport fares, train is the most viable mode of traveling, somewhat cheaper than the buses. So people are traveling more and more by trains, even though it takes them nearly double the time it takes by bus. What to do, people? Extreme situations call for extreme measures. So sometimes you have to go with the economical advantages over time advantages, especially when you can't call the shots. You know, there's a saying called beggars can't be choosers. So now that we have been officially made beggars by the rulers, the despicable, horrible creatures who ruled us for so many years, they have ruined not only this country, they have also made most of the Sri Lankans beggars. That's the tragic part of the current situation. It's actually not the fault of the Sri Lankan people, it's a bunch of criminals who governed us, especially in the recent past. Anyway, people, let's not get too agitated over that and ruin the peacefulness that we get by traveling along these beautiful upcountry railway lines. Now we should be getting very close to the B396, which gets very close to the railway line. That point is also where you can find the Diyatalawa signage on the road. When you're traveling on that road, you would have seen that many times. So we get very close to that signage. And there is another viewpoint called Virithagala viewpoint. I have no idea, I've never heard that before, seen it. I couldn't find any more information, but I've marked it on the maps. So let's go and see if there's any such grand viewpoint. We are also waiting to get to the railway bridge. There is a railway bridge. Beyond that is the railway tunnel number 37. Idalgasin has been with us right throughout. She's still there on our left hand side, waving at us, helping us breathe easy, making our eyes better, soul better, and help us enjoy this hike. This section is somewhat different to what we have been experiencing all this time. There are somewhat large rocky boulders on our left hand side, also on the right hand side. Oh my goodness, there is a bit of a landslide here. Remember, we were just talking about landslide a few minutes ago. So this is one of the reasons why upcountry railway line is so dangerous, especially during the rainy season. And then, okay, let me show you the landslide first. Right, look at the landslide, people. Oh my goodness, it would have come crashing down all the way to the railway line down below. We've climbed to one of these rocky boulders through a tiny gap. Now you can see, so that we can give you a better view. My goodness, see how dangerous this line is. This is the aerial view of the railway line. We are looking towards Haputale, where we were walking from. We've climbed to this rock about 30 feet above, and you can see the landslide is now to our left nearby, and the gap we climbed to this rock. Alright, now this is towards Diyatalawa. I can also make out a railway bridge very close by. I wonder if it is the one marked on the Google Maps. Let's see, let's go closer and walk through that and have a look at it. Oh my goodness, I wish there was a train coming. This would have been the perfect place to capture the toothpaste mannequin. Right, so we are continuing from where we stopped previously, just as we came across the earth slip. Now the railway bridge I was telling you about is straight ahead, very close by. Chamar is heading towards it. I'll stop you somewhere around here, have a look around, and then give you a better footage. We are going to walk along this railway bridge. There are some workers here who are doing some projects for the water board, not for the railway. Actually, you can see there's a pipeline going on the right hand side of the railway bridge, so they are working on that. They're tapping some of these streams in the forest on our right hand side, then take those water to the villages down below towards Diyatalawa. Noble act indeed, because these streams feed so many people, and when they dry up, especially when we don't look after them, things will be really bad for the villagers, especially those who are farming and for their drinking purposes and all sorts of things. Alright people, I actually just backtracked a little bit to the base of the bridge so that I can show you this rocky formation. You can see they have somewhat chipped the rock so that the trains can go through without an issue. So far we have traveled 4.5 kilometers. The elevation in this place is roughly 1360 meters. Haputale, remember, 1431.4 meters, and Diyatalawa is at 1331.4 meters. Exactly 100 meter elevation loss from Haputale to Diyatalawa. Quite significant. Now here we are at around 1360 meters. Interesting indeed. Now we should be very close to the tunnel number 37. You can see a couple of railway workers also coming our way. We saw the one in the morning going from Haputale towards Diyatalawa, and he's coming back looking after the track and oiling it. Okay, let's go have a talk with them and enjoy the view. Ladies and gentlemen, so far this is going to be the best viewpoint of all. We just crossed the Diyatalawa railway bridge just before the tunnel number 37, and look at this beautiful, insanely beautiful panoramic view. I just can't believe my eyes. There are so many beautiful mountains. Especially we just spotted Rahangala or Allatota Kanda, then Udumala Kanda, which is a particular railway station close to tunnel 18. It is to the far right hand corner. You can also see Totupala Kanda, and then Udaveriya peak number 1 and 2, which is Miviyathanna, Idalgashinna, Dunkanda, Upcountry Railway line, so many other villages. The views are simply out of this world. The view towards the path we came down, people. What a beautiful place. I wish there would be a train coming. Oh, hang on a minute. I can hear something is coming. The train is not due till about another 1 hour. I wonder what's going to happen. Hang on a second. I think I better take my phone to capture a video. Oh my goodness, people, did you just see what happened? It was a motor trolley after all. There was a massive horn, very loud. I thought, okay, it could be even a German lady, but to see it's a tiny little lady. I wish we were at the railway bridge when this was coming, but what to do? We have to be content with whatever we get. Anyway, it's a nice little surprise. So we managed to capture you a toothpaste mannequin as well as a motor trolley. Incredible find. This is the path that we have to go downhill. Let's continue there. We have arrived finally at the tunnel number 37. I still can't get out of the shock of seeing that motor trolley. My goodness, that was traveling at speed. And the horn was so loud. I think louder than a German engine. It was incredible after all. Because these trolleys travel at unplanned times, so they continually hoots the horn so that they can warn off any random travelers like us, and also the villagers who use the railway line to get to the road and the station. So that's a good thing indeed. Now we are almost near the tunnel number 37. Remember, I did 2 videos in Sinhala and English how you can measure the length of the tunnel using the signage given there. Remember, railway tunnels still use the old metrics, miles, chains and links. So we'll go there and I'll give you a closer look so that you can measure the distance yourself. Right, here's the tunnel signage. Now you can do the math and figure out the length. Alright people, you just saw the tunnel signage. While you are figuring out the distance, I'm going to walk you through this beautiful tunnel. It's very short, approximately, no, I'm not going to tell you the distance. You better figure it out now using the tunnel signage. I've done all the teaching I could, so let's have a bit of exercise time for you guys. Wow, the wind is absolutely heavenly. Oh my goodness, I feel the same chill that I felt while trekking through tunnel 18 from central province to Uva province. But remember, we are now in 100% Uva province. Haputale, Diyatalawa, Badulla, all those places are in Uva province, including Dalgastin and Nohia. So this is the wind moving about Uva province, Badulla district, Valley Mud Plains. Just incredible. Now look at this rocky slab, rather rocky surface, a massive one, massive boulder. They have chipped it, made the tunnel, and we should be able to see the railway station in the distance very soon, very soon, because we saw the signal tower. All right, I can see the beautiful Diyatalawa railway station. There are people waiting for the Colombo bound Podimanike. You see that in the distance. Right now I'm walking you towards the tunnel once again from Diyatalawa railway station. There is a very good reason. We decided to stop here until Podimanike arrives so that we could take an aerial view of her from the top of the tunnel. Remember, I managed to do it from tunnel number 27 some time ago, so we are going to do the same. You can see my friend Chamar is waiting eagerly on top of the tunnel. Don't worry, we are taking all the safety measures. We are not going to take an undue risk. We will stay nice and firm on the ground and take the pictures and videos, share it with you. Now that I'm walking towards Haputale, we'll cross the tunnel once more. Not every day you get to walk across a tunnel both ways. I really like the feeling inside this tunnel. It's so soothing, so wonderful to the skin. I really wish I could make you feel that. I'm sorry, the technology is not that great yet. Therefore, you just have to take my word and be content with that. Okay, people. To be honest, I'm just trying to boast now, like show off. You can see my friend Chamar is up there, and I'm here on the railway line. We are going to wait for the toothpaste manike, Colombo bound S14 Chinese lady, Podimanike. She should be here very soon unless there is a delay, which I'm afraid that might be the case, because when you are waiting for something like that, it's bound to get late. Anyway, you can see the height difference between Chamar and me. It's approximately 30 feet or so, I would imagine. So I'm going to join him and wait for this mysteriously beautiful Chinese mannequin. This is the aerial view of the railway line from the top of tunnel number 37. Just incredible, people. I never thought we would be lucky enough to get up here and enjoy the railway line, let alone a train going past. Hopefully This Chinese mannequin won't keep us in suspense and waiting for a long time. Please, beautiful, come soon. Oh my goodness, I think that was the whistle from the railway station. If it is the case, she is very nearby. My goodness, I'm so excited. I'm very excited. Distance view of the mountains towards Haggala, I guess. We can definitely see the Erebadda Forest Reserve and Fox Hill, which is a part of the Erebadda Forest Reserve. There are some people walking towards the tunnel on the railway line. Can you see them? I think the train must be very nearby. Fox Hill is too far away, I can't zoom in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the view on the other side of the tunnel mouth. From the top, I wish we were on this side as well at the same time. Unfortunately, people, it's not possible. I would have had to take a photocopy of me, my camera, and plant it here. Oh, I wish I could do that, but look at this angle. It's just incredible. I wish the train was coming from this side. It would have been just incredible. We have Haputale in the background, fine forest, lush greenery, signal tower and everything, and the rocky surface as well. Nevertheless, we saw the train coming into the tunnel. It was one grand footage. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Alright people, we had quite an enjoyable time at tunnel number 37. Rather, on top of it, we not only saw a beautiful Chinese lady and also got some panoramic views and the railway line down below. It was so incredible. There's a bit of a wind too, because the sun is now getting really fierce, so the wind is there to keep us sane. And we are now almost touching distance at the Diyatalawa railway station, which is one of the most beautiful in the upcountry railway line. I did a comprehensive video of the Diyatalawa railway station some time ago. If you want to check it out, just check Diyatalawa railway station. I just did a walkthrough of the station and the platform. I managed to capture one of the blue trains as well. So this is the place where we are going to end our journey between Haputale and Diyatalawa. But we are not going to stop here. We are going to continue towards Badulla, but that will be in a different journey. So we go to the station, do a vlog and wrap it up for the time being. And on our left hand side we can see Fox Hill beautifully, the world famous Fox Hill racetrack. That creation using quartz, I think they have made a replica of a fox, hence it's called Fox Hill. Right, okay, there are some people still at the station. I wonder there's another train coming. Anyway, we'll just go here and do our wrap-up journey with a small vlog. Alright people, then this is Sri and Chamara, my long-term rail hike partner, going to wrap up our journey, which we did between 5 to 6 kilometers from Haputale to Diyatalawa. We descended approximately 100 meters exactly, from 1431 to 1331. We came across a beautiful bridge, tunnel number 37, 2 Chinese ladies and a motor trolley. It was rather an eventful hike. We are going to start another trek from here. Talk about it in the next journey. Until then, stay safe.